Welcome to Hollywood on Top. I'm Marta Bloom. Each week, I like to bring in a friend, someone in the know, someone to help me break down what's going down in Tinseltown. Today, I have my first sequel, and I love this lady. She's an award-winning actor, producer, director, singer, writer, spokesperson, photographer, and cinematographer. As a model, she helped break the color barrier with covers that included Self, Los Angeles Magazine, and many others. She was on the cover of Vogue 5 times, and at 45 years of age, was on the cover of Playboy. She's a daughter of a legend who has built her own legend, and now she's back. Please welcome back my good friend, Shari Belafonte. Yeah! Welcome back. Oh, good to see you.
So happy to be back.
Yeah.
You know, because let's face it, this view is just horrible. So I don't want you to have to do that all by yourself.
Yeah. How are you, girlfriend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
You remember the last time we saw each other?
Yes, I do.
And where would that be?
New York City.
Fabulous. What were we doing?
We were...
well, you were partying. You were going to weddings. You were doing a whole bunch of stuff.
I was going to fashion shows, weddings, birthday parties, but your dad, Harry Belafonte, had turned 91.
Correct.
And you flew to New York, and your other 2 sisters flew into New York.
My sister and my niece. So my sister and my older sister and my niece flew in.
Right.
And my dad's birthday is March 1st, but this was like March 20,
Yeah,
it was later.
but I mean, we're celebrating his birthday no matter what.
Exactly, but you know, he's 91 and you would think that he'd be slowing down and kind of, Dad, we want to come in for your birthday. I'm not going to be there. Where are you going to be? Well, I'm going to Boston, then I'm going to Minnesota. And at the time I'm going, there was like 8 feet of snow in New York. I'm going, really? It's not cold enough for you in New York?
Was he just saying that, or did he have plans?
No, he goes. You know, he's still very connected to the world. He goes and he speaks. Even though he doesn't sing anymore, he's an activist, as you know, and he speaks everywhere. So he said, I won't be back until later in the month, so call me when I'm back. And that's what happened. We needed to coordinate our schedules.
Yep,
and of course, by coincidence, you were there.
I was there.
And you and Ron were so gracious.
Yes, well, you know, we happen to be members of Omar's in downtown, and he had just opened this restaurant uptown, and we really wanted to take you and your dad and your sister and niece and your stepmom. Right. We had such a great night, and in fact,
it was like a great party. And
dinner party among us.
Just like a little group, and Spike shows up.
Spike Lee lives down the block, and he was taking a walk with his beautiful wife, and somehow he heard that Harry Belafonte was in the restaurant.
Correct.
So he storms in,
and
gives him a hug. Oh, he's...
A couple of pictures were taken.
Yeah, a couple of pictures were taken.
And then it was on page 6 that Spike Lee took him to a party.
And then he grabbed they gave him a table for a drink for him and his wife. It was such a great night. We had such a great time. Your dad didn't even want to leave. It was time to go, and he was enjoying his
it's time.
His
drink. It's your bedtime, Dad. It's midnight. Come on. You turn into a pumpkin if you don't leave now.
So interestingly enough, page 6 picked it up and said that Spike Lee
gave him the birthday party.
But we're here to
set this record straight.
Absolutely.
Ron Bloom and Marta Bloom took Harry out for his 91st birthday and invited me, his wife, and his older daughter.
To Omar's Barclays uptown.
That's right.
Although
we had drank a lot of tequila that night, so we're not really sure who the party was.
So Shari, okay, so Ron was talking to Harry and wants to produce another record with him.
Perfect. I'm going to call him as soon as I leave. I'm going to call because I have a feeling you may have started something. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, loads.
there's the pictures right here on this side.
Oh, there you go. Can you see? Of course, they see. Yeah.
Your dad is such a good-looking man.
He's a good-looking guy.
91, look at him.
91, still going strong.
Oh, yeah.
Totally knows everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
And wants to move to Jamaica. He said, I'm done. I'm going back to Jamaica. I said, which is interesting because he was born in New York. Everybody thinks he was born in Jamaica, but he was born in New York.
But life in Jamaica is so different. Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Yes. But you can get a great tan.
You get a great tan and lots of smoke.
Right.
Does he smoke?
Yeah, well,
can't say. Okay, your father is a true activist.
Yes, he is.
Okay, In this political climate, of course, activism is making a comeback, as we all know.
Right.
What advice did he give you that you could give to young people today who want to be more active in their communities?
I've personally, because I don't have kids, it's hard for me to actually consider myself giving advice to young kids. To me, the one thing that really breeds activists is the desire to get something done, and it has to come from within. So it's one thing to preach to a bunch of kids to say, this is what you should be doing, this is how you should be getting involved. If they come to me and say, I really want to get involved, how do I get this going? I may be able to give them some sage advice about how to get something going. But ultimately, the children have to, children have to have it inherently in their own selves to want to be involved. I got involved with animals. I'm such a big fan of animals. I give to no-kill facilities and ASPCA and the Humane Society.
And wait, and how many dogs do you have?
I have 6. I have 6. I had 7, but one was 17. She passed away.
Aww.
But the advice that I would give to kids is that they really need to inherently be involved the way they feel the need to get involved. And it's fascinating to watch kids nowadays, especially over the last few recent months, where things have stirred their juices to get involved. Because up until then, I used to say how entitled all these kids were. They seemed to not get involved in anything.
Right.
But unfortunately, sometimes you have to have something happen in front of your very eyes for you to grasp onto how to take care of this and how do I make this a different world to live in now that I've seen what can happen.
There are those kids out there that actually have a passion for something.
Right.
And they want to make a difference.
And I think that this is the kind of stuff that stirs them and gets them going. I know a lot of kids that want to get involved. But I also know a lot of kids that are moving back home. So you sort of go, don't you want to do something with your life?